Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warwick LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warwick LTV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this shit. Yes, sir. Brothers and sisters, greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I the First, and all things good and wonderful amongst us and about us. We want to welcome viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe. I'm going to grow the platform. You see? No. You see, you may notice, first thing we want to observe, yeah, is that for 20 years now, for say the least, 2 decades, the world I live in, the world are working class, I live in austerity. See? Because from 9/11, you have economic setbacks for the poor. Straight up. When it comes to 2008, now you hear about the credit crunch and things like that. Straight up. You know, see, come cross over now to we could say 2019. No, so yeah, cause the credit crunch cause austerity come right up to 2019. Austerity mean when them cut the police, cut the hospital, cut the doctor, you know, health services, school services, social services, you know what I say, and thing like them there. When them cut all of them thing there, austerity measures them there because them say the economy can't afford and them have to do them thing, have to save money. And when the country can't afford it again, then them readjust back the things them to where it was. So everything would have been back to normal. Now we hear about all of the cuts them and all of that. We don't hear about no advertisement say austerity measure up now. Me talk from Europe perspective, Britain in particular. You know, see, all right, come down to 2019, right on the back of the C19. See? And lockdown and further. It's the same thing again. You know, see it. While you still hear throughout all of that, you hear some of the richest people in the world are double them profit. You know, see it, and all them sort of thing there. See, poor people is still saddled with all of the bills them and them sort of thing there. You hear them tell you say, them suspend bill payment until certain time. Them bills that still exist, them not gone away. And the percentage still there and all of them things. They probably go up more and gone up more due to the length of time. You know, see it, because delayed payment is being applied and it will apply to you. There is no consideration for all of them things. You know, see, all right. Right here now again, after the as the C19 Claims say it end and a job and them a sort of thing there. You hear say war in Ukraine. You know, see, all of them leaders here, all of them merciless, blood-sucking vampire, none of them not take a time out for say, you know, so poor people are suffer for 2 decades straight and feed them. Design where them create them and them alone, for them ego alone, for them nasty nature alone is being satisfied by them sort of setbacks here where poor people are suffer. You know, see, not no time none of them to take a break and say, yo, we are pay for these things here where we are claims. None of them not take the time out. Russia could have always addressed the world's perspective from it could have got war with the West from that perspective, with these wealth of information and the knowledge and the ability and resource to make it known and obvious to poor people. But it didn't. It chose to take advantage of them weakness by acquiring more land from Korea. Just another greed initiative again by another egotistic leader who care only about for them legacy personally and them sort of thing there and not responsible for the poor and the suffering and the hunger we are faced people across the world, the working class. Now, we notice Africa has become the main calling cry in all of this. Africa, everybody has say suffer. Africa, everybody has say this. Africa, everybody has that. All right, I'm observe. I'm show you something when we observe. The man them draw economic sanction upon Russia and all of the Russian people, them businessmen and all of them people. Me no hear no complain of suffering and struggling or like anything changed for the Russian them throughout all of this. Yet still, every price of everything in every Western country gone up sky high, Rasta. Sometimes in triple in some cases. Who's interested in for them go to war? Whose interest? This look like it a benefit Russia. At the cost of poor people suffering and struggling in the West, people who was meant to be protected both economically and morally. You see, you have the leaders them who are supposed to protect them interests, put them people here in a more poverty and sufferation, and at the end whatever them are trying to justify, there is no compensation or anything, no redress to poor people for the setbacks where them put them through for achieve, feed them profiteering, greed and gain, because when this all is said and done, a corporate entities and interests is gonna benefit the most from whatever come out of this. Now, why are European ministers and leaders crying and showing concern about Africa, claiming the war in Ukraine is affecting poor, suffering, starving people in Africa? Eh? There is a whole heap of way we are look on this, you know. You see, why Africa first? How it affect Africa? And look how far it is from Africa. Why Africa? How it not affect Ono? Why you not talk about what it do to poor people in Britain and right across the other rest of Western developed world? Or you not worry about them? We usually worry about them first, any. You see what I say? How Africa coming at this? Given the fact that Africa is so vulnerable and now have no reputation, no defense, no consequence for exploit it whatsoever as it always been over the year. Why have you made it seem as if you are exploiting Africa at this moment? How applicable is that now in this sense here for you use Africa as a reference point? Why Africa? How on earth does Ukraine, a tiny dot in terms of circumference to Africa? How does Ukraine, why on earth does any one country, one nation in Europe have any bearings upon the state, the continent of Africa? MP, how is that even possible? How is that even possible today that you can even repeat it as a politician? One Ukraine, the war we are going between Ukraine and Russia, the grains we can't leave out of Ukraine is affecting Africa, creating starvation and poverty and deprivation. And you see that as an intelligent term for flash to the British public today. White people, you know, see how dumbed down they have made you all. How naive are you that this could have been an intelligent speech today by a member of political representation, Rasta? How is this even possible? How is Africa being mentioned and Ukraine is not being made? How is Africa being affected in any way at this point right now more than the Ukrainians themselves and the Russians themselves? How? We don't understand that. What kind of development that? Pirate, buccaneer. You know, see it. Look on it now. Even if that was the case, you know, see them people are embrace, facilitate, and a benefit of I non-productivity. You know, see it? How on earth you going to have a big entire continent of billions of people and depending on, and you are instigate and instill and imply them thing there. Africa depend on Ukraine. For what? Why? How is this even a relevant argument for suggest won't I encourage Africa? It should even be a mentionable statement. That should be a shame and a disgrace upon humanity itself. If you have a continent being affected by a conflict we are going in a little tiny region like Ukraine, Rasta, minister in a Britain, Jano, it's weakening and it's disrespectful and distasteful because we don't have no representation to make them boy retract them speech there and go inside when they no can. And go use no own people and no own. No need outside. We don't need Africa all the while. We say there's a thing. If you drive across Britain now and stop in the rest area them on the highway them Rasta, a big advert you see. Donate £3 to this water deprived area. From me come a Britain to no Rasta. Them have them sign there and have them advert upon TV about African and African children, and to this day and nothing can done. And them a collect cause them a make advert. Them have to pay out a feed them kitty to make the advert them. You know see it? So them a collect money. And nothing can done. People still a suffer, a starve and a thirst, a dehydrate. People can't get simple medicine and things like that. Why black people? Why them target us and I use us as them calling card for hustle the rest of the world? Hustle them own people and I lie them, I tell them nah spend back the money do nothing. And why them people now ask these questions and them a contribute? Them a tickle them guilt. Because when them do know what generalize the atrocities and the responsibilities, dole out the responsibilities to common people, common white people in a Britain for the atrocities where them carry all across the world. You know see it? And guilt trip them people here in a fear donate back money to them and for them war cause. And nothing still not being done about the situation them where them a propagate Rasta. And white people still appear and are dead left them in a them will. You don't see it? White people are facilitate them thing here. Vulnerable and gullible and naive. You don't see it? It and fear coming from us for blame them about slavery. But it's okay for them government blame them for it because of slavery, because them set back there and them deprivation in Africa and all of them sort of suffering and starvation. Them brain drain Africa, them wall back Africa right through the colonial area. You don't know that is a contributor, the main contributor. You see it? So if nobody even take responsibility, how if we make our own people who come tell it like so well then we are idiot Rasta? Eh? Like some abandoned animal them we need help and assistance. Rasta, why make you not try to teach people them for fish rather than a catch fish can go give them? Because no fish now reach them none at all. You no benefit from all of the catchings. You no act like say you no catch it enough for them name. Africa no have no TV, no have no and them a thing there for see what I go on. For see work out to Babylon I go on with. You know see? Yeah. So still it up to the vulnerable, naive people, them are Britain, white people, all white people, were guilty of the life where them live right through them life, being scammed. One of the biggest scam right you know. You see it? Because them are capitalized man, the people them all guilt. So the people them just a give back now and want give back to make them feel like, say, because when you get all, you live your life right through in a sin and corruption and all of them nastiness there. And when white people get all, them start come to terms with their mortality. You know, see? And just feel like, I know now, say, this seed you sow the crap where you reap. So I know them decide, say, boy, while me never get forgive, I wasn't giving anything all along. I know what the best time for you. So me latch on the charity upon me will. You know, see? And I feed and I maintain further wickedness, and they not realize it, think how good them a do, Rasta. You know, see, oh, you cannot pay somebody for do good and them a take 70%. I won't them a take more. I won't not give for help the people. Them a help themselves, Rasta. And this is public knowledge. You know, see it. Yeah, this politician woman a come today, come and preach in an open public, say, Africa is gonna be troubled by Africa is suffering and starving from what going on in Ukraine. Who is this woman? Why is them thing even a worthy conversation, an acceptable level of, you know, intelligence, communicable? How comes this a shame and disgrace both for come out of your mouth and for come up and for put down African them way there? Why African, big old Africa for depend on dirty Ukraine Rasta? Eh? When I like them, Ukraine people like African, Ukrainian people like black people. Eh? Like all, even if that are the case, Africa a worthless place. A worthless people them. Nobody enough is sorry for them. You can't have a continent and depend on a little corner, a little street corner. It's in a gang war now. I don't know worry about the gang war where to go on with our feet little place. I go stop a whole continent Rasta and I affect a whole. Yo, at the heights of worthlessness them, man. Heights of worthlessness and irresponsibility. You know, see it? A degradation and a disrespect. You know, see it? If this are the true case, a disrespect. And we know a lie. You know, see it? So only just I use black, we don't know I wanna try. Collect this, so. You know, see it? Because I don't know right. And then I don't have our support. Neither Russia nor Ukraine don't have black people support. No way, shape, or farm. Leave us out of our business, Rasta, and keep it over there, so. You know, see it? We not involved. You know, see it? We just know so why not nice. Yeah. And all more, you know, is representation of them suffering there than us. Because our war to stop. Still a fight. Psychologically. Socially. You know, see it? Yeah, we know say it could have did better. We know say all of them things I want to talk about. It shouldn't happen. A lie. All right, a smoke screen. You know, see it? Yeah, anyway, we give thanks. Just leave African name out of it. And if you know Africa call African name, you should be ashamed and embarrassed and disgrace. Why a continent supposed to depend on a little corner? Eh? One little corner in the earth. What kind of idiot politics that? You know, we give thanks, you know.